If I find out you suck a dick, I'll probably look at you different.
Really? If I sucked a dick because I didn't want to go to jail for 5 years, that's fine. Judge away.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Last Call podcast. My name is Mikey T, joined as always by Tristan.
Hello.
We are joined by the human eclipse himself, Stanley Archibald Dixon III, from Can't Get Right podcast. Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
Are you from the Can't Get Right podcast anymore? Like, is that accurate?
Yes. I'm
Is
one.
is that still like a thing?
It is. I'm 1/3 of Can't Get Right here.
You're 1/3 of Can't Get Right?
1/3. It was 3 of us.
Toro counts?
He counts.
Oh, you count Toro now.
That's
adorable.
cute. Yeah,
We
that's
count 'em.
cute.
We count him.
You
Can
count 'em.
Toro be like half?
It's yes. No.
You
He's
think
1/3. Give my boy his props.
Equal split?
Yeah, equal split. 1/3 Can't Get Right.
think Toro would
No,
agree with that if we asked him? Are you 1/3 of Can't Get Right?
No, he's probably mad at me because I sent him a nasty text message.
You said, do you tell Toro he's only 3/5 of the podcast?
No, hell no. He's Mexican. He don't get 3/5. That's too much.
Some bullshit.
So what's the deal? Like us, your release schedule seems to have slowed down a bit. Are we getting ready for the launch of season 3?
Oh, so
No, I
originally
think
we
you did.
launched season 3.
Oh, that's right.
We shot a few episodes, and Toro's porn collection destroyed his laptop, and then it destroyed a couple of our episodes.
Oh, I see. This is
so-
like the dog ate my homework. of putting out
Yeah,
episodes.
so,
okay, got
The
it.
porn
we
ate
shot
my podcast.
a podcast.
Can we just remember that as the
Yeah,
name?
I'll just put it in here
The
now.
porn ate my
Yeah,
podcast.
so y'all gonna stop talking about my boy. That's still my boy.
LastCallPodcast.com, YouTube.com/Mikey T Versus. Check out Can't Get Right on YouTube as well.
What are you guys like?
Yeah.
Can't get right dot
YouTube.com/Can't
No,
triple X.
Get Right, I think.
No, Can't Get Right podcast.
Okay.
Dot net.
I don't know. Go on YouTube. type in Can't Get Right podcast, and we're gonna be the first people to pop up. Like, I don't. What else you need? You don't need to do all that extra
All right.
stuff.
Fair enough.
Even if you Google it, you type in Can't Get Right, we're the first people to pop up.
We're proud of you.
Yeah, so I don't need to.
Yeah,
do
you don't
all
need
that.
to know your web address.
Yeah,
or
why would I need to know all that?
YouTube page? But why?
No,
Why bother?
no.
No, you're right.
Hey, but we are Instagram.
Totally.
Instagram is Can't Get Right podcast, and Facebook is Can't Get Right.
There you
Check
go.
us out. Check us out.
Check
us
them out.
But no, we Chance had his few issues over the last couple months. Actually visiting your ass that started the problem.
What?
Yeah, I'll talk about that off air. But
No. I think what
He was here with Danny when he came.
No.
Oh,
Check it out at Nottingham's. So he had a few.
Oh,
issues.
visiting me.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
So he had a few issues. So with his schedule, getting his shit together, and Toro's shooting schedule, shooting the trannies he be shooting lately.
That's a
Oh,
huge bitch.
Yeah. And with my work schedule, I never know when the hell I'm getting off.
Right.
So it's hard right now to get everybody together.
No, I feel you.
Yeah,
Hey, at least they're not in another state.
I know.
That's what we got to figure out.
I know, man. That's gonna be a lot of traveling. I mean, you can write it off on your taxes.
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Just Tuesday, I get off work, drive
Yeah.
5 hours here.
Yeah.
Plane over here.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah.
I
What's
guess I could
Spirit
hop a plane.
Airlines?
Yes.
You'll get a story every time on your way over.
That's true.
But
That's-
Like somebody got mugged on the flight.
Nobody cared.
he wouldn't make it out of Ohio on Spirit Airlines. They probably don't even have a Spirit Airlines in Ohio.
Do they have
Yeah.
an airport in Ohio?
Yes.
I don't know anything about Ohio.
They've got to.
Me
They've got to
Yeah.
get LeBron James in and out somehow.
Yeah, that's right. They have LeBron James and a lot of like gun violence.
They may
That's
have
all.
built it when he moved to Miami. just
Isn't
to
the
make sure, you
NFL
know.
Hall of Fame is in Ohio, right?
Canton, yep.
Canton.
NFL Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and
Quick
LeBron
story,
James.
my buddy Gerard texted me. It's like Ray Lewis is getting inducted into Hall of Fame next year. You want to go to fucking Ohio? My response was, why would I want to go visit that fucking coon?
Whew, what?
Yeah, fuck Ray Lewis.
Oh,
He's
you
a-
haven't heard that?
Yeah, no, fuck.
No, I just haven't heard Stanley Dixon here refer to
Another black man.
fellow member of the African American race as the C word.
Yeah.
That
No.
made me uncomfortable.
Nah, fuck that guy. That guy's a dipshit.
Well, give a little backstory on that because
Well-
I mean it's fairly straightforward.
It is for a guy that grew up where he grew up at. He didn't come from a good background and had to fight hard to get where he was. You figure somebody like that will understand a lot more, but which he did. He used to. Whole career, he fought for injustice. But now the motherfucker can't show up to work on time. Got fired from ESPN, and now he has to kiss the white man's ass. So to get a job. And by kissing the white man's ass, his attacks is down on Colin Kaepernick. That he needs to cut his hair to be more presentable. That he needs to do all this and that, and black people shouldn't be protesting for equality now. Racism has been going on a long time now. We should get over it.
I see. So this is not about the murder.
No,
This
he
is
didn't
about
murder
his-
anybody.
Okay, got
Well,
it.
he never murdered anybody. I don't even, as a football player, he never murdered anybody. I don't care. As a Ravens fan,
He did watch a guy get murdered.
I mean, what you want him to do? Stop it.
He ain't
Call
no
somebody.
snitch.
Call
Yeah.
somebody.
Call who?
The police.
Why? So he could get shot and end up in the same predicament. He called the cops. He still would have got put on trial for murder.
That,
Yeah. He's
Maybe.
black.
Maybe.
He's
You're
black.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
probably true.
Yeah.
Sadly.
No, that's most of the time when people are like "fuck Ray Lewis," it's normally like, "Oh, he's
Football related.
He's
No.
a scumbag. He's
Yeah.
a scumbag,
No.
right?"
Not
But no,
Baltimore
I
City.
hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard
He
that
is-
particular argument against him.
He is categorically insane.
Well, I just think now he's just got to kiss ass to get a job, which he had a job, a good one, but he decided he didn't want to come to work on time.
I mean, the idea
Was that really an issue?
That he got fired from ESPN because he was showing up to meetings late.
that's hilarious.
He tried to blame it on the Baltimore riots, but that ain't what happened.
Okay.
But okay.
Oh, that's how they made him balance it out.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh,
So you blame it on the riots? All right, you're gonna talk against that the rest
Yeah.
of your career.
exactly." I was here defending everybody during the riots and trying to keep the peace between them. And what's happening in Baltimore is a fucked up issue. But now you don't have a job.
Yeah.
All of that goes out of the window.
Yeah. Well, the NFL doesn't want to hear any of that shit, man.
Well,
they
I
they don't
mean,
want to.
The fact that anybody wants to pay Ray Lewis to hear him talk blows my mind.
Yeah. But
He is intense, but there is nothing substantial coming out of that.
I mean,
man.
when he's gonna go down as the greatest middle linebacker that ever played the game,
yeah, from
hands down. You could argue maybe one other person,
Well,
but
he-
hands down.
the
So
thing
you-
with Ray Lewis was it's the intangibles. It's like he led the team. That's what he did. Like stat wise, he's good, but he's not like top of the heap.
stat wise,
No,
he's
he's-
up there as well.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, he's pretty up there,
Yeah.
but there's still like plenty of other guys that get no recognition that are
Well,
better,
that's true.
that are
Yeah.
statistically better. But the thing that he did is he had a defense rally around him, and that's what made him so good.
Right.
Is that he could turn the team, like even if he didn't have star players, like they played hard for him, and that's why like we dropped off a lot once he was gone. Well, we lost a bunch of players.
Well,
too, but-
and the fact that C.J. Mosley is a replacement, but he's too busy drinking at Fed Hill every night. He need to.
so's fucking Tucker, and he's doing fine.
Yeah, he has one job. As long as he can kick the fucking
Yeah.
ball.
Justin Tucker literally plays for what? 7 minutes over the course of the season.
Yeah,
Like,
we-
that might be an exaggeration.
It's-
It might be a sub 5.
it's still impressive to me because he weighs about as much as the football.
That's true. Yeah, we saw him.
He's so much smaller than I realize. Not that I expect a kicker to be huge, but I mean, I think he's listed at like 6'1".
He's not 6'1".
No, he's like maybe 5'9", 5'10".
I don't
Like,
know why they do that with athletes. It's so weird that they like
but especially
overlist
kickers.
them.
Who cares how tall the kicker is?
Well,
I could see if you want to say your lineman is like 6'9", 420 or something, but your kicker, who the fuck gives a shit?
That's
If
probably
your kicker
him.
is 5'2" or 6'7", it doesn't matter as long as he kicks the fucking football.
he didn't want to be the only guy in the program sub 6 feet. You know,
Well,
we
that's
didn't
not
wanna-
true. We had Ray Rice. We got Danny fucking Woodhead. Is probably 4'7".
Is Danny Woodhead that small?
I like
Yeah,
that we
he's
have
so
Woodhead.
small.
I think Woodhead's gonna be good.
No, he's not. He's fragile. He played 4 plays in the preseason game, and now he's out.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, he's fragile. He's too little.
Nobody has Ray Rice again.
No, no.
I thought he was going to play.
I thought he was, too.
somebody'd pick him up.
I mean, but
I think a couple of us picked it. That's the last year's draft up there. I think
Somebody
one-
pick him up just in
no,
case.
I think that was the year
Somebody-
before.
Oh yeah,
Cause that
Yeah,
was
he
the year
hasn't
before.
played.
yeah, it was the year before.
yeah.
I mean, you
Seems like just yesterday.
and the whole thing is just crazy to me. Do I think Kaepernick deserve a chance? Hell yeah, he deserve a fucking chance.
I'll take him
I mean, he's
over
better-
fucking Mallet.
Yeah, he's better than
Madness.
he's better than
He's better than
80% of the backups and probably
Probably
half 50%
yeah,
of the
50%
league.
of the starters.
Starters.
Oh yeah, he is better than almost
You know.
any backup, and yeah, absolutely a third of the working quarterbacks
Right,
in
So
the NFL.
who's the starting quarterback for Houston?
Houston, they drafted a guy. I think I don't know. I don't remember.
See,
I don't remember. I think they
no,
drafted
no,
a guy.
you're
All right,
And we
throw-
know
throw
Chicago drafted a guy because they gave up the house for a fucking project because they were idiots. Yeah,
you know,
Cleveland
Cleveland's
needs-
always looking for a quarterback.
always need a quarterback.
They just want to throw more names on the back of that sadness jersey.
Oh
I
my
would
god.
love to have him play in Baltimore.
I
Behind,
think he'd be really good.
behind Flacco.
No.
I'd love to have him here.
I when somebody asked me that question before Flacco got hurt, I said no, and that's not because he's not the quarterback of the scheme we run.
Yeah,
But as a backup and somebody that played football, but the question was asking me as a starter. No, because he's not. He doesn't fit the scheme we run.
I agree. I don't think I want him to start.
Yeah, but as a backup and his talent, what he does, that's just a little tweak that's already in most offense arsenal. They just don't use it a lot.
he works best as a backup because
There's no pressure.
yeah, like you come in and you're facing Colin Kaepernick, and like when he was with the 49ers and all that shit, you knew what to expect. If you come in facing the Ravens and all of a sudden you replace Flacco with Colin Kaepernick, that's a whole different game plan. Like it's a much easier transition for us to switch over and playing with Kaepernick than it is for defenses to change entirely how they.
Yeah, because they done all week they done prepped.
Yeah.
And he's going to be cheap as shit at this point.
And well, according to the fake news, Trump, shout out Trump making that a thing.
Shout out
The
to Trump.
fake news. He hasn't been signed because he's asking too much, but
That might be true.
According to what he said, is we haven't talked about money.
Why is that a secret? It's so weird. Like, just this is how much I want,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Well,
just,
that's what you should throw out
that's
there.
what
what I would
he said.
say.
He said the conversation of money has never came up.
I don't believe.
He was
that.
like, I had conversations about coming to teams, but money hasn't came up.
I don't
yeah,
believe
so
that nobody's willing to sign him for like league minimum.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
Let's think about this. So he gets signed for league minimum when you have backups that are making $10 million a year.
Oh, I'm not saying he should take. I'm not saying he
Who?
should take
Yeah,
league
I mean,
minimum.
Really?
Yeah, look at fucking Oxwaller. He just got.
he's garbage.
They've been paid. Matt Flynn got over $100 million in the NFL.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Matt Flynn got over $100 million in the NFL.
I mean, Johnny Football's probably still getting paid.
Yeah, he might even
What do you
still
play,
win.
2 games?
To not play.
Yeah, exactly. So is that not a slight? Your job you do right now?
Yes.
Would you say, all right, you know what? I'm going to take this job for the league minimum, whatever you do, for the minimum salary, when you know your worth is at least.
No, you're absolutely
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I'm not saying that Kaepernick should take league minimum. What I'm saying is to make his own case, he needs to come out and say, I'm willing to play for one season for $9 million, whatever
Right.
it is. And at least that, as fans and teams, gives us all context, right? I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe, I mean, he could want too much money. I think he overvalues himself. Like, I think he thinks he's a better player than he is. And if he's coming to the table and he's asking for a wild number, then yeah, nobody's going to hire him. I don't believe that. I think nobody wants to hire him because the NFL is basically pretty racist at its core. But we don't know that for sure unless he comes out there and says, "Look, I'm willing to do this job for this amount of money."
And then
And then
that's
every
right, I
team,
agree.
and then every team who picks up a backup for more than that has some explaining to do.
You
I-
got some
well,
explaining to
Well,
do.
they don't have to explain anything. That's why
They don't, but to
that's
like
why-
their
that's-
fan base.
Well, that's why they. Well, then you get a lot of these. The fan base don't want him because he's disrespecting the military. This man said nothing about the military. And then when does the flag only applies to the military people? Because you went to the military, the flag means more to you than it does to me because I wasn't in the military.
I mean,
Like, is that how that works?
I mean, maybe, but it doesn't matter because he wasn't disrespecting the flag.
No, it was,
I don't think so. I mean,
but that's what the argument is. No, he's disrespectful. Fuck him. Ungrateful. He made all his money and now he wanted to disrespect the country. No, he's using his platform to show how fucked up certain situations are.
You're allowed to disrespect the country.
I mean,
that's
Hey,
kind of
welcome to
what
America.
that's kind of what the country was founded on.
and it's kind of what everybody in this uproar about Robert E. Lee statue. He said, "Fuck the United States." He didn't want to be a part of this country.
Yeah, I put that in a slightly different
But
category.
still,
yeah, I agree
but
with
still.
you. Yeah, no, I
But
hear
that's
you.
fine. That's fine. You can let's argue about.
Speaking of
fucking-
which,
see, I'm good at this transition shit.
when are we going to Georgia?
These fucking rednecks in Georgia.
So we mentioned previously on the podcast that there were some one former employee of Diamondback that is from Georgia said some questionably racist shit and then doubled down on some definitely racist shit, and apparently all of Georgia backed him up on it.
I wouldn't say all of Georgia. That's a big ass state. But definitely the people in that little ass city he lives in, our country, but I don't know the county, whatever the fuck they live in. A
It's-
little hick town.
I think
they live
it's literally called Bumfuck, Georgia.
in. Yeah, I think it is. But that
So
it was
wait,
shocking.
I forget exactly how it started. So the guy that used to work with us, he had a trouble with a tow company or something, and then used the N-bomb to express his frustration because that's what white people do, I guess.
Well, definitely. And what's the name of
He
this?
just used it kind of casually, though, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like-
He used it like this was normal.
right. He kind of
was
just
like-
threw it out there, like
I think that's why it's been so weird for me, because I think if comedically you get a lot of leeway with racism if you do it right.
Right.
He wasn't trying to be funny. He was just expressing frustration. You can't do that. Like, you're a white kid. You can't just say that.
frankly, I mean, I was.
You came
He-
in that.
I
You
thought
came
he
in
was-
in the heart of it, right?
I thought, well, but I started reading from the beginning, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So, like, I got what he was saying to begin with. I don't agree with it. I think it's a dumb move. But when he was like, "Look, I've just always said that. Like, it's just the thing that I say. Like, I don't mean it. It's not in a racial context. Like, okay, fine." But it was when he doubled down on it with both the meme and then, like, he said something to you, like, and he tried to do, like, a mic drop and finished with the N-bomb with a hard R on the end of it.
Yeah. So
I almost threw my phone out the window.
So at that point, I knew he was in Georgia. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, I know you only did this because you're in Georgia. Because if you were down the street where I could get to you, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't say these things. And then when he said, "Oh, everybody on here heard me say the word before," that's a fucking lie. I would have slapped the shit out you.
Yeah, nobody.
The first time. But
and then every black person I know from Diamondback showed up in the thread and they were like, "I've never heard you say that in my life."
yeah.
That was the best when Haskins jumped in.
Sean Haskins I'm gonna salute Deshaun Hashes.
He spent like 3 days just trolling the shit out of all of racist Georgia.
Some of the shit he said, he shouldn't have said. Absolutely, like
He took it
he took it to a whole new level. Some of it's kind of funny, but I don't attack people's family and children. That's just something I don't personally do. When I think it's just not cool to do. Like the wives or the kids had nothing to do with it. No matter how fat and ugly their wives and kids were.
So,
Ooh,
I have a
they
question.
were too, so.
Yeah. So, but I never do that. I mean, I thought the shit was funny though. Especially, yeah, I thought the shit was funny. And a couple things was happening. I was confused by. They kept calling us Yankees, and I was like, "Stop calling me a fucking Yankee." Like that's.
I mean, first off, you're from. Wait, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore. I grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
Far from Yankeeville.
Far from. Stop calling me a fucking Yankee. You stupid motherfuckers. What now? I mean, everybody tough guy when you can't touch them.
Yep.
I think that's just a little difference than like I don't say shit on Facebook that I wouldn't say to somebody's face. So that's just
True.
me. A lot of people tend to say shit on Facebook because they know they never run into the person they said shit about or to.
I don't know, man. My concern, that's not going to get better. You're going to see more and more of that shit. My concern has always been that is the dark underbelly of the United States of America. Right? As soon as you lift that rug down there in the South, there's a deep racism. And they keep it kind of hidden until you drag it out of them, but it's fucking there. And everybody's like, no, we live in a post-racial America.
Well,
all you got to do is go into a thread like that, and you could see that's fucking insanity.
Nothing shows that is truer more than the fact that they brought their one black friend.
And you notice nobody even commented on him. Like, he was immediately dismissed. Like, nobody was like, man, shut up.
Yeah, he was like, oh, yeah, he uses it all the time.
And
really?
nobody replied to nothing. He said, like, you don't exist in the real world. Because you defending the shit, you fucking fruitcake. Like, what? They must have been blowing him or something. Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you defend
just fearing for his life. Because despite the fact that everyone from Georgia, according to this thread, is apparently 5'2" with a pickup truck as their profile pic.
Is that shocking?
No, not so much, but I mean,
it's the South. That's what they do.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have like 50 of them, they could overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like the 50 horse-sized duck or the 50 duck-sized horses or whatever? That's my favorite.
I just hate the internet tough guys. Like, don't be an internet
I've
tough
always
guy.
hated that, but that's like being king of the trolls. You learn to get used to that. Where there's.
But is it different than trolling? Is it different than trolling and then being straight out disrespectful?
Well, yeah, obviously what I do and what these guys were doing are very different things. Where I'm seriously just looking for a reaction and trying to get them upset so it ruins their day. They are legitimately upset that you are black and you are not letting their little white friends say the N-bomb.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And so I'll say some fucked up shit. We all know that. I'll say terrible fucking shit as long as it's funny. But when you are like deep-seated, like that true racism, that fucking gets, like, I'm as white as it gets. Like, I've almost fought people in public because I heard them say the N-bomb, like, just, like, out there. Like, that's just them like saying it's
normal.
And I'm like, this shouldn't really upset me that much because I am white, but that pisses me off. That there are people that it's that deep-seated that is their life, that it's okay for you to use that word in that way, just in casual conversation. That bugs the fuck out of me.
The other problem is they're comfortable doing it because there's nobody there to check them.
Right.
So, so it's easy to
use
it
around.
around.
Out of two guys in Walmart a few years ago. So
I mean, is nobody there to check them? They wouldn't walk through the city of Baltimore screaming the N word like they don't have a fucking problem.
No.
They say they will.
I wish
they
you
think
would.
They think they tough enough. You won't do that. Let's be honest. That's something you won't do.
Oh hell no.
Like
I consider myself a fairly tough individual. I even like you could pay me money and I would not do that.
yeah, like
Oh,
no.
die hard 3 it, you know,
Yeah.
the sandwich board or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Take a little stroll down Emerson Village, just dropping the N word.
Hell no.
Go ahead. I mean, I'm just saying, what better offer than you have is somebody that's going to pay for you to fly from Georgia to Maryland and back home, give you $2,000 just to repeat some of that shit to my face.
Mm-hmm.
But
the,
I mean, there's
the
no,
motherfucker doesn't make $2,000 in 3 months. I know he probably work at IHOP. He's
Waffle House.
yes, my bad, Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
everyone in the state of Georgia
Yes,
works at a
he's
Waffle
definitely
House.
working. He probably work at. He's either working at a Waffle House or Walmart.
Oh, I was gonna go Home Depot, but you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can even see Home Depot. They like buying wood and shit to
Yeah.
build and jump off
Yeah,
shit.
but
Like,
yeah.
But they hate Mexicans, so I don't know.
yeah, that's also true.
Could be tough.
So they probably don't like Walmart because a lot of black people in Walmart too.
Not
Damn,
in
they
Georgia.
can't go nowhere.
Are
What?
you genuinely of the opinion? Do you believe that when you aren't in the room, that the average white person uses the N word on
Yeah.
a semi-regular basis?
No, not on a regular basis. I think
But
like
occasionally.
occasionally on a song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
like
That's
not
true.
like
Yeah,
sitting there
yeah.
talking like you two talking before I got here and y'all just dropping the fucking N bomb. No, no,
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
but like
think
singing
so.
to a song.
But then,
okay.
then I can see some
He
people.
doesn't know.
I can see some people that grew up in that neighborhood that does and is accepted in their group, but they won't use it outside of their group, which is
Sure.
fine.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like if that's fine in your group, that's fine. But you can't get mad at me how I react when I hear it. So like,
Okay.
if
I
you
get
say it in
that.
your group, that's fine. Like your group accept that, say it.
Right.
But if you outside of your group and I hear you say it and I check you on it, you can't. I don't want to hear. Oh, I say it around my friends all the time. I don't fuck about your friends.
That's fine.
Like,
Say it
say it
amongst your
around them.
friends.
Yeah, I think
Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's a
Like,
valid. Like I said, I
You're
think he's.
still a piece of shit.
I
but-
think
I
he's-
mean, it's
okay.
accepted. I
I
mean,
don't think that makes him a piece of shit. Even if
I
he
don't
does.
think
If
that
he
makes him a
uses
piece of
it,
shit.
I
I
think if
just
he uses
think-
it casually in a group of
I think he
friends,
grew
it makes
up
him
with it.
dumb.
yeah.
But it doesn't make
I
him
mean,
a piece
if
of
he
shit.
grew up like I know white guys that grew up around all black people their whole life, like to school they hung out with black people too. So around their initial group, that's
Spider, we're good. Sorry,
uh,
I got him.
Well, I'm out.
yeah. so he grew up around friends that use the word often, and he adapted the word from using it from around his friends. Like it's still shouldn't be used, but is accepted around his group of friends. But then you only say that around your group of friends.
Well, that's what blew my mind about that whole situation is like
They don't have that though.
yeah, pretty much their whole excuse was like 30 white dudes said, "No, it's cool. Our one black friend allows us to say it, so you shouldn't be upset about it."
Or I've been using this word. I've been using this word since I was 8.
No, great. You've been racist since you were 8.
Yeah,
I'm glad
like,
you cleared that up for us.
Yeah, thank you.
My problem with those type of people is I know that when those doors closed and they're talking amongst each other, those are the people who are like, you know what the problem with this country is? N-words. I'm not going to say it.
Please.
N-words. You know what I mean? Like
It's gonna be another. Everybody, all them comments on
Oh yeah. Somebody cut
well,
that out, and
one
it'd be
that
bad.
one viewer y'all gonna get is gonna be pissed the fuck
Oh
off.
man, you know, I had a guy come through years ago. He was a copy repairman, and he would come. I'd see him, you know, once every 2 or 3 months, and we would talk. And I really didn't like him, but you know, we're in a small room. I can't really avoid him, like, so we're just going back and forth. And he's one of these guys who like gets real comfortable, and he's like, "Man, I'm going into Home Depot, and there's a bunch of N-words hanging out front." I'm like, dude, we're not close like to stop. Like
Yeah,
you can't.
don't talk to
No.
me. Yeah, get away. It's just
I,
it's awkward, but I think it's. I get like you grew up in it, but you only say it around your people. That's your people. You say it around. You're comfortable saying around. Say it around the people you're comfortable with. Until you get punched in your mouth by a stranger,
yeah.
and then you wonder why. Oh, I did nothing wrong. I got free speech. Okay.
Say it around your token.
Yeah.
One of my favorite albums from my early 20s was Ludacris Back Again for the First Time. That's an album I can't sing in general public, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah.
where I feel like it's
He-
generally acceptable. Roll the windows up, you know.
Yeah. You don't say it loud. You just mumble it. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Too many
Oh,
moves, not enough hoes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's just stupid, and just to see people like defend it. It's like it don't piss me off. I expect it. I grew up down south, so I mean I expect it. So I like it. Don't piss me off, but I would love to just run into a couple of them.
So let's pivot here a little bit. Do you think it's okay if somebody is leading an actual Nazi demonstration? Maybe there's just one guy, maybe there's a bunch of them. Has Nazi flag out, throwing the Heil Hitler salute, all that kind of stuff, talking about the problem with the country is minorities, you know, draining our wealth, et cetera, et cetera. Is it okay to assault that guy
Yes,
physically?
yes. It's a group that shouldn't exist, so they shouldn't have the rights of everybody else. It shouldn't exist.
But wouldn't somebody on that side say the same thing about maybe African Americans?
That's a dangerous.
No,
game.
no. See,
that's a dangerous game you play.
see,
That's what I mean. Like
see,
you want to pick a group
we-
and you want to
we-
take away their free speech.
we existed. You became a thing. Like you made this group. We
Right.
were already black.
But the argument 60 years ago was that that African Americans were less than, right?
Right.
Like that they didn't have equal rights because they weren't equal people. I get it. I'm just saying, like, are we okay taking away the free speech rights of this particular group because they're a hate group, right? Do we get to beat up somebody if somebody says, you know, I'm a supporter of ISIS? Do we get to beat them up? I'm just curious.
Yes. Punch him in the mouth.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate because
No.
so the problem is I think you should allow them to say their stupid shit because then people say, oh, that's stupid shit, and then they either ignore it or condemn it. The problem is when that's the one thing that fucking Drumpf had a point with is that
What'd you call him?
Drumpf, that's his real name.
That's his real name?
Yeah, that's his real last name.
Well, that's like his family's last name, right?
What?
Like that's his like German roots.
Yeah.
He was born Trump, but like his family last name
Yeah,
was
they
Drumpf.
changed.
Yeah,
They changed it. Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
So
That's how much I give a shit about him.
the problem is that you can't cut people off from free speech because then that just gives them more power in a sense. It almost validates their shitty opinion.
Okay.
I think it's almost better to allow them to put their stupid shit out into the airwaves, and then you go, all right, that's crap. Let me ignore it. So when you have so the problem is now. So for example, I was very anti-Bush back in the day, and like the whole like it was like punk music and all that shit. They were all like super against Bush, like not my president, all that stuff. And I realized like to a certain point that's okay, but after it ends up being more of a problem because you're antagonizing that side and firing them up more. It's better to support your side rather than purely antagonizing the other side. And I think that's the extreme version of that is what we have happening right now with the Antifa or whatever, anti-fascists,
Yeah.
where you have a bunch of people going to these so-called peaceful rallies and definitely making them not peaceful. Whether they were peaceful or not to begin with, they're definitely not adding any peace to it. Like, you're throwing bottles full of piss and
I
all that
think
shit.
these dumb
That's
motherfuckers only go places they know is not a major threat. Why you in Charlottesville with all these goddamn white people
I don't
at a
know.
college?
Charlottesville's
Well,
not
'cause
particularly.
Well, where they were.
because
Because from the
they
video
had
I
a
saw,
vote. They had a
from the
vote
video
coming up
I
on
saw, I didn't see any black people in this video, or the people they generally hate. So I think they're picking the places that are comfortable with them being there.
This isn't gonna happen in the heart of Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So don't be pussies. If you want to go out here and be, I'm tough guy and I'm with the
go
shits.
protest in Chicago.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Like, don't be pussies. You with the shits? Go to places where the people are actually at you hate.
You see that
Yeah.
video of the supposed white supremacist?
Oh,
Just-
took off running.
Yeah.
Took his
took
shirt
all his
off.
clothes. He's like, the guy was basically surrounded by a bunch of counter protesters, and he's like, I'm not even white power. He like takes off his like uniform and stuff. He's like, I'm just here to like mess with people. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, I
blah.
thought it'd be fun. I'm like, you a
That's
fucking
hilarious.
idiot.
That's the biggest pussy I've ever
Yeah,
seen in my
yeah.
life.
Like, you a fucking idiot.
My favorite response to the stuff that I've seen, and I don't remember what country. I want to say Norway. It was one of the Scandinavian countries, and there was a problem in this town for years where every year neo-Nazis would have a march, and they would show up in this town and they would march from one place to another, and they'd yell and they'd wave Nazi flags, and they protested for a long time. And then somebody came up with a brilliant idea where they started getting donations for every mile that the Nazis were going to march, and they donated every dollar they made to anti-Nazi groups, like
Oh, really?
yeah. And now all of a sudden people are showing up to this march and like, go, yeah, guys, great job, like, because every step they're taking is another dollar that's earned towards against their purpose, and eventually just faded out. I thought that was really
that's pretty
clever.
funny.
Fucking
That's pretty funny.
genius.
Yeah,
I
no.
saw that too. That was awesome.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know, man.
They
I'm
had
kind of
flyers set up.
I
like,
mean, the crazy
banners
thing
and
is,
everything.
white people can't go to Walmart and buy tiki torches now.
I saw
let's
them.
be honest.
They were out
What?
front and
Really?
center at 5
mean-
and below yesterday.
I mean, think about it. If a black person see you go buy a tiki torch right now, what's the fucking first thing they gonna think about?
I know exactly what that moment was.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like those guys, like somebody showed up and they're like, "Who brought the torches?" I think Steve got the torches, and Steve comes up. He's got an armful of
With
tiki
tiki
torches.
torches.
They're
That
like,
was-
what the fuck, Steve? Like real torches? What are those?
Yeah. When I saw that the first time, I was like, "Do they got tiki torches?"
I like to
fucking
think
tiki
they're just
torches.
really concerned about mosquitoes.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same effect.
Well, if you guys don't appreciate them, I'll just take them right back home. I don't
Yeah.
even care.
Like now, you can't. White people can't buy tiki torches right now. You just look like a racist.
Certainly,
Oh, so you're getting ready
certainly-
for the next rally?
Certainly,
Huh?
I feel like you can buy like 1 or 2 or 3. You can't buy like a bunch.
No,
at
no, no, no,
once.
no, no. No, you.
To be
Somebody's
honest,
gonna follow
nobody
you.
should be buying a bunch of tiki torches.
Well, that's true.
So you can pretty much assume anybody that's buying
And then I
them-
saw World Star, the dude, which was crazy. So the whole shit in Charlottesville happened, and HBO was on that point. They were on point because that Sunday night they put out the show Vice. You know they do that the Vice shit.
Oh, man,
And it was about the fucking Charlottesville shit.
Yeah.
And they already had everything edited. They were at the dude's fucking house talking to this little nut job. That was,
Oh, yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
Talking to this fucking nut job. And they put up where he lives.
Who
15
knew?
minutes from where I grew up.
Really?
Ronald Rapids, North Carolina. 15
Damn.
minutes from Rocky Mountain. So I'm like, for some reason, that doesn't fucking shock me. Like, it doesn't fucking shock me. Consider the fact Rocky Mountain is still segregated as fuck. Because all the black people live on this side of the fucking city, and all the white people live on this side of the city. And when you drive through the neighborhoods, you see the fucking difference. You see the difference.
I'm ready, man. Let's just carve the country.
Yeah.
You start Central Virginia, kind of work your way, and then like go north of Texas, and then kind of cut south, and we'll just kind of cut it in half. and we'll put together a housing exchange program. So, like,
okay.
if you're a racist, you find somebody who's not racist, and you kind of switch houses, kind of thing.
Okay.
We'll have a website and stuff.
I like that idea.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
kind of a
that idea.
5-year plan.
5
like-
year.
Yeah.
It's like wife swap, but
Yeah.
for racist.
For racist.
Yeah, and it's an entire country.
Yeah.
If you turned it into a reality show, I think America would be okay
That's
with
probably
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, no, I
I'll
think
take
it's,
my black ass down there.
I think it's time. I think it's time. Well, you're fine. You don't need to go anywhere. You're north of the line.
Yeah,
You're
but
okay.
you
I want to
Yankee.
do the fucking. I want to do the fucking swap.
Oh, you just want to go to the south just to
Yeah, I mean,
switch
because
out.
it's gonna be fucking cameras and they're gonna. I'm
I
being
see.
protected.
Okay.
And I can just slap the shit out of somebody. Like, oh, what you say?
What?
It's
I want to be part of the swap.
Yeah.
So me and Mikey could swap lives right now because
day 3 into
he's
country
undercover
swap.
racist.
Dixon is
undercover
not adjusting well.
Yeah, no. And then the white guy comes out and realizes how many white people I hang out with. He's like, man, I can live. I'm good.
That bad. And they just lets the M-bomb slip
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time. He gets slapped unconscious. Like, oh no.
Want them type of white people.
For some reason, I hear the whole thing narrated by the same guy that narrates Hard Knocks on HBO. Just like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that real level-headed.
Nah,
like,
this is gonna be a good show. We definitely get Morgan Freeman. We're gonna definitely get Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Or we
'Cause
have-
that's gonna
we
piss
have
him off
Morgan. We
even
have
more.
Morgan Freeman narrate the parts about like the North, but the Hard Knocks guy do the parts from the South. So he's the
Well,
guy that
don't
talks
put
about
him
like,
up there, and make him seem like he's fucking racist.
Morgan Freeman.
No, the Hard Knocks guy. I can't
Yeah.
even remember his name.
No,
right
he kind of seems
Whoever
like
he
an
is.
asshole. I mean,
now.
I
We
don't know
should
his
get the
name,
guy
but,
that
like,
does boxing. He got a good
Oh
voice.
yeah, I
What's
know you're
his
talking
name?
about. Yeah, that'd be good.
That starts off.
What, Michael Buffer?
Yeah, Michael Buffer. Michael Buffer would be good for that. He could do the South.
That'd be
Prick.
no. That would make it sound so much more entertaining than it is.
Well, that's true. No, it wouldn't.
Introducing first
It's gonna be me fighting some rednecks.
from Georgia.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
Let's get ready to rumble.
You know the first place I'm doing a swap. Me and Mike Bustle. Because you know he's gonna come here and get his ass whipped. I'm going to fuck up all
Oh,
his
you're
white
gonna
friends.
get. You're just using it as a plane ticket to go kick all of his
Yeah.
friends' families.
What's he gonna swap? He hasn't felt the touch of a woman in how long?
That's true. I don't know. The girl he dated, everybody else felt. She didn't. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
But it's so true. Yeah, when he was like, when I called him a pussy, he goes, "I'm a man. I've been through shit. I ate that shit. I took it like a man." I was like, "Yeah, you took it, slapped, choked out." Girl cheated on making out with another dude in the same bar you at. Yeah,
While you're there?
While you're there, yeah.
That's rough.
In my book, that's pussy. That's not a man.
That made me feel real sad for him. Like, oh, this is just the guy that has a sad life.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I could see it so clearly in my mind too. I don't know either of them, but I know
I
exactly
let this,
what it
I
looked
let
like.
this sorry
Oh.
motherfucker stay in my house. You think if he
Yeah.
was walking around dropping the N word, he would have stayed in my house?
Was he working or was he just like there hanging out drinking?
No. It'd be like after work. He had no like ride home.
No,
And
I mean when his girl made out with some dude on the dance
he was
floor.
working.
Yeah.
But then Henri saw it and was like, "Yo,"
yeah.
and
No,
then Henri called out on the mic, DJing, called out on the
Oh,
mic,
that's amazing.
and he got all mad at everybody else.
Yeah. Did they stay together or did he break up with her?
They got back together, and then she was fucking his act like he was all pussy. Like the whole scenario was like, and I couldn't stand the bitch, so I didn't talk to her.
Right.
So like, and it was all because how she was treating him. Like, so I defended the little fucking retard. That's what a lot of people don't understand. When I first met the little stupid fuck, he was just some guy that just was popping up,
right.
and I'm like, who are you? Like I've been going to Dimebacks working there for years. Never seen you. Now you're here 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week. Like, where the fuck did you come from? Like, So he then was like, oh, I'm from Georgia. I just moved here from Georgia, whatever. You know, I live with my aunt and my uncle. They told me go see the city, go get a drink somewhere,
Right.
meet some fucking people. But then he meet the people. And I look at him in his little stupid ass face. And I go, don't hang out with that person. Because I see him hanging out with him. Like, I know you new to the city.
Right.
Leave that fucking idiot alone. Don't hang out with that fucking idiot. Like, tell him who not. I'm like, I'm telling you right now. Bad fucking news. Nope. Guess what happens?
He's hanging out with everybody.
He's hanging out with the idiots.
Right.
I'm like, oh, we got a new idiot we got to deal with. Like,
Right.
we're trying to weed the idiots out. Nope, we got idiots coming from Georgia to team up with the Maryland idiots. Like, what the fuck is going on there? The motherfucker get, like, arrested and car fucking. They find, like, drugs in his car. Like, all types of crazy shit is going on with this stupid motherfucker.
Doing hood
Meanwhile, I'm like, I told you not to hang out with these stupid fucking people.
Right.
Like, they're not going anywhere in life. Why are you hanging out with these stupid Mike Bustle?
Yeah.
Like, everybody warned them. Like, you're new in town. We get it. You don't have any friends. I understand.
You're new in town.
Don't
I
hang
have AIDS.
Yeah. Like, don't hang out with these stupid ass people. He did it. Got his car taken, like, lost his job. All types of fucked up shit happened to this kid. So I'm like,
Johnny Diamondback.
so of all the shit that happened, I'm like, kind of defended him and felt bad for the fucking idiot.
Right. No, it was really clear. He clearly did not appreciate that. He was not.
No.
Man, he really lit into you. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
But take it what
He
it is.
tried.
It's only because he's, 12 hours away. I already Googled how far it was.
Is it 12 hours?
Yeah, it's 12 hours.
Allegedly.
We could be there by the morning.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We'll film a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Driving down.
Dude,
You
that'd be
can't get right last
That'll-
call.
Fuck yeah. The
Film
next,
a podcast going
next,
down.
Dual
can't get right.
podcast.
Yeah, dude. Filming.
Oh, that'd be
Filming on the
fucking
way down.
hilarious.
You
It
get
just-
everybody point of view.
On the way down there, just do like 15 minutes at a time and then post it into Facebook so he knows we're coming.
Yeah. You know he's going to get all his redneck
Yeah,
friends.
that would be
you know
really-
the first thing he said? Yeah, we from the South. We got guns. So?
Yeah.
We
you-
got guns.
you shoot
And
it.
and
How
mine's
well do
illegal.
you shoot unconscious?
Yeah. And mine's illegal. So when I shoot your ass, I'm throwing it in the gutter. I'm throwing it in the gutter. Good luck.
Allegedly.
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 Yeah, allegedly. So,
Allegedly.
No, that's real. He's got a real illegal gun.
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly.
I don't know why you keep saying that. I've seen it. It's a real gun. It's unregistered. Serial numbers are filed off. Like it's
Allegedly. Fuck those pussies. Did you see towards the end, like, so it was basically just me and Sean Haskins, like, just every once in a while, like every day or two, just like, hey, you guys still here? You
Yeah.
guys still here? And I got
When
him-
the dude that went to Virginia, I'm like, because when
Oh
somebody,
yeah, you were part of that too.
yeah,
I forgot.
because so originally he posted something about me, and he called me.
Was
a
that
nigger.
him?
I'm assuming that was him because remember the one status somebody screenshot it and put it in to the Facebook status.
yeah. What the fuck?
But
was
I
that?
never saw it. So like even though like my name is highlighted and everything, it never came up across as like I never got a notification for it. So and I couldn't find it.
Get deleted.
So I'm like looking for it. Maybe it got deleted. Maybe it deleted
Huh.
it. But I never could find it. So I'm like looking for it. I'm like, where the fuck is this at? Like what? Who the fuck is this guy? And that's the biggest thing. Like I'm talking shit to Bustle. I never say anything to anybody else. I want you to be clear who I want to talk to, because I don't give a fuck.
You say
about
that all the
motherfucker.
time.
Yeah, like I don't care. I don't care what the fuck y'all say. Y'all don't know me.
Those 5'2" grimy motherfuckers really stick together because
Yeah. So I'm like,
they got really offended anytime you talk about any one of the other ones. They're like, well, my pickup truck. Like,
yo, the funniest thing one of the dudes said, we all know Mike Bustle is a pussy. That's not the point. I was like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Y'all can't even stick together for this fucking post. We all know he's a pussy, but I'll fuck you up. And I'm like,
it's like, yeah, he might get his ass kicked, but
yeah. And every time he would reply when I called him pussy, he was like, "Oh, does it feel good picking on somebody that's smaller than you?" I'm like, "Well, you talk that good game. Don't talk that game if you can't back it up.
Yeah.
What the fuck how small you is?"
Yeah, if you were small and you shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be an issue here.
No.
But no, you want to run your mouth like you're fucking 10 feet tall.
Yeah, so now I gotta fuck you up and you banned from Maryland. Good luck. It's the first time I ever said that. Never
Banned from Maryland.
That
That's
shit was
motherfucking
hilarious.
He banned. If he come into this state, he is gonna come in and get out quick. He's gonna come in.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody's
come in, like,
gonna know
real
who's gonna come in.
quietly. Yeah.
Nobody. He's gonna fucking come in and leave like they took them statues away. Middle of the night,
The
3
middle of
a.m.
the night.
Gone.
Did you ever see? There's footage from towards the end of like the Vietnam War. They're playing around with this system where they're trying to figure out how to get VIPs out of the Vietnam jungle really quickly and really quietly. And what they did was like they'd have a guy stand there and they'd strap this big U-hook to his back, right? That went like 10 feet into the air. And then they'd fly an airplane over top of him with a hook hanging off the back, and they just snatch this guy off the ground,
I feel
right?
like that's like whiplash right now.
That's
like
exactly how I imagine Mike Bustle getting out of the state of Maryland. Like, as soon as he's done doing whatever he's doing.
Oh, man. I wish I was still doing the intros.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's probably how he's gonna leave.
Yeah, just,
Like,
you know.
I'm sitting there, and I had like some real evil thoughts about this guy coming back because I want to just punch him in his mouth so bad. Like, yo, I hope his aunt dies so he come back and like had to come back to the funeral. Then I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. You can't have thoughts like that. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Can't
like,
stoop to that level.
yeah. Like, I'm just not that guy, but I secretly had.
Do we
some
know
thoughts.
anybody whose funeral he'd have to come back for?
I mean, I know
I
he has
think that's,
family
that's
here.
the
That's
only
it.
one,
Yeah.
I think, that's
He got
ties
an
him
aunt
up
and
here.
uncle here.
Like,
That's
are
it.
they old? Like,
No,
I don't think
kind
so.
of
I think
weird,
they're
but
really,
crazy.
really young.
are they
Yeah.
like sick? Or
No,
like,
I think they're like,
well, in the head, yes, but
so he's like 5 to 10 years younger than us, and I think his aunt and uncle are like our age.
yeah,
It's
I'm
so
just like,
Georgia,
you
it's
know.
ridiculous.
yeah. No,
if they were like, you know, hypothetically
sister
murdered,
father.
hypothetically,
allegedly,
I don't like going into those things.
no,
Yeah,
in case you got to do it later.
yeah, you know,
okay,
just
that
keep it to
makes
ourselves.
sense.
We'll talk about it. Let's talk about that off air.
We're not going to talk about it.
not.
up there. Just for the
Absolutely not.
record.
Yeah,
Just for the
Absolutely
record.
not. We are not connected to this in any shape or form.
This is now what happens is these people are murdered in a completely
Really?
unrelated incident tonight.
Nope.
And Dixon and I go to jail
Well, they
for
don't-
20 years.
well, they don't
no,
know where I live.
Dixon goes to jail for 20 years.
Yeah,
I
you-
go to jail for 3.
No, you get probation. You get unsupervised
Hashtag
probation.
racism.
You get unsupervised probation for
You're
3
right.
years. Like you don't even know
Dixon
jail
does
time.
Dixon does a quarter in the state pen.
And then I'm like, you think I was smart enough to come up with that? Look at this guy. He's white. He was the brains of this operation. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Then be like, "Oh, sir, we know.
Yeah. We know he was.
You're not
but
telling
guess
us
what?
anything we don't know."
Yeah. Guess what? You still doing 30 years.
So, Jesus Christ. Those fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Anything else we want to do in this one? We can fire up another one. I'd say we close it out with a would you rather.
Whoa.
There's not that much black sand in there.
That's a lot of time. That's like
yeah,
20
that's a lot of
minutes.
time.
It's not as much time as you think. But
That
I'll
is
put
it.
a timer on. What do you want to do?
I mean, that put the pressure on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Well, why they figure out, hey, check out Can't Get Right on YouTube. Can't
Wherever,
Get Right.
throw it into Google.
I'm Dixon. You can find me on Facebook, Stanley
just-
Dixon. Don't call me fucking Stanley. I'll slap the shit out you.
Just-
I'm on
Just
I'm
type
on
Dixon
Instagram
into Google.
S.Dixon. Holla at me.
S. Dixon.
I like
Dot.
that you said dot.
That's what it is. I'm S.Dixon. S.Dixon.
S. Dixon.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
Wait, what happened to your old account?
My original, my old
Too many dick pics.
no, my old Instagram, it was attached to an email address I don't use anymore, and I got locked out, and they and I couldn't remember my old email address
Really?
for my password.
I've had like 4 passwords in my life.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, and
You
I'm
could probably
trying
go back
every
to the
fucking day.
90s. I could probably still tell you
And
my
it
password.
was like my Instagram. I changed my email address to my Facebook a few years ago, but I never changed the one to my Instagram. So when I got locked out, I couldn't remember it, and I tried everything to log into this old fucking. So I had to create a new one. So
Fair enough.
shit happens.
You're a PlayStation guy, right?
Yes,
You're
Casually. though.
Casually, but not really.
casually.
You're an Xbox guy, right?
Yeah. I'd like to be more PC if I could make it down here more often.
Fucking, I've been working with my Xbox lately. The fucking menu system on the Xbox One is fucking unforgivable. Unfucking forgivably bad.
It is
And I bring
insane.
that up because of like passwords and shit. Like you have to have a Microsoft account, and they want you to have like an Outlook email address to go along with it, and there's a password. If you fucking get logged out of your Xbox, I'm fucking doomed. I'm losing all of that shit. It is
Not
they are
me, because I've had the same 4 passwords for 2 decades.
Yeah. Now.
wait until your life gets hacked.
Yeah.
You lose everything.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
just
do?
Kill myself. I'll move to Georgia.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't need any money to live there or skills.
Apparently not. I'll just work at Waffle House.
$2
I'll be the
grand
best
every 3
employee
months,
they've
man.
ever
You
heard.
good?
Yeah.
You good? 2 grand.
I'll just-
What's the math of that? That's
I'll just
eight,
visit.
$8,000 a year.
$8
I'll
grand a
visit
year?
Baltimore.
So you looking?
I'm pretty sure that's less than minimum
Yeah.
wage. I think it's like $4 an hour or something.
Oh,
I don't
man,
know.
that sounds all right. I mean, they have fun a lot, man. All they need is dirt.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
they-
If
all
they
they
got some
eat.
dirt and some trees, man, they're good to go.
Would
Dirt
you-
and trees.
So I met a guy once who worked on oil rigs, offshore oil rigs.
Oh, that sounds awesome too. I seen
And-
like the TV show.
And he made good money. I want to say he made like somewhere between 60 and 80 grand a year. But he worked like he went out to the rig for 2 months.
Yeah,
And then he was off the rig for like 2 months. And so he did these big chunks of time where he was like missing from the world, but then he came back and he was basically semi-retired for the few months. Now, he was a weirdo and he got bored, and he would bartend in those in-between stints just because he didn't have anything else to do. But I always thought, it was before I had a family, I always thought that was a great, I would love to do stuff like
until
that.
you gone away from your girlfriend or wife for 2 months and she's fucking your neighbor.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, you're right. I'm saying,
That's the only thing I'm like, I understand.
Is that a
he's-
Mike Bustle reference?
No, I mean nobody's fucking Mike. She didn't even fuck him. She just used him to pay for her drinks. He's a fucking sucker. Anyway,
Sucker free.
I always thought
Tuesdays.
about like jobs like that, and I'm like, well, it's cool if you're not in a relationship,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
your girlfriend or wife gets fucking horny on a Tuesday when you're not fucking there,
Yeah.
and then guess what happens? She could get over that one Tuesday.
What are you
What
gonna
happened?
do?
What happened on Wednesday and Thursday? And then she realized, damn, I got to be horny for the next, month and a half.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yeah. So guess what's gonna happen? She's gonna fuck your neighbor.
Did you see that? What movie is that? Jarhead?
I don't watch
Military movies?
military movies.
So, like, they're in Afghanistan or whatever, or Iraq, and they're at base, and the one guy gets a videotape, and the guys run in and they grab the main character, like, Mike's wife sent him Deer Hunter. Like, we're all gonna watch Deer Hunter in the gym. Like, come on! And so now all the guys are gathered around and they're watching Deer Hunter. There's like 20 of them, and in the middle of Deer Hunter, the screen kind of blanks out, and you see what looks like a home video image of, I think it's like a woman blowing kind of like a fat, kind of frumpy dude, like on a couch or something like that. And everybody's like, oh shit, it's fucking porno. And everybody's like really excited. And then all of a sudden, Mike gradually is like, that's my wife. That's my wife blowing my neighbor. what the fuck? And then the woman like gets up from the couch and like wipes
Uh-huh.
cum away from her mouth and is like, you think I didn't know you fucked Stephanie or whatever? It is the most
Oh, so
shattering
she
moment.
did it
on
She did it on
purpose.
purpose.
Oh,
Yeah. She
that is
inserted
fucking
her
hilarious.
blowing the neighbor in the middle of this movie.
I don't know if y'all saw that, but do you see the? It's going around on Facebook where somebody was. It was weird. I don't even know why I listened to it. They were recording their car, the radio station in their car,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't even know why
I
listened
refuse
to
to
it.
watch it because it's the worst fucking video.
Yeah, I'm like, why I'm listening to it? But I was
It
bored.
sounds like
I
what's
was
what's
bored
that
at
shit
work.
on 99.5? I think.
Yeah, it sounds
Whatever-
like one of those.
Whatever station
Not
Christina listens
995
to.
is 10. What is that? They always have the talk show in the morning.
99.5?
Is it
I
995?
think so.
99.5 has
I don't
like,
listen.
Kane.
Yeah,
Kane's
yeah,
on
yes,
there, yeah.
yes. It's probably 995.
Yeah, that's.
But
that's
did you
the
see the
where
one
they-
when the
War of
the
the
kid-
Roses? That's what they call it. I
The
think.
kid went on a date with this lady, had sex with her a couple times, stopped talking to her, was going to text her son, and was
Fuck your
like,
mom.
was going to text her son, "I won."
Right, yeah.
But
yeah,
then the lady called the radio station. I really want to date with this guy. He's probably busy. He's not answering my phone call. So the radio station was like, all right, we'll call him. They call a guy. And he was like, yeah, I know who she is. Like, what's the problem? Well, we want to pay for y'all to go on a second date. He busts out laughing. He was like, this is even better. And he goes, well, I was going to text her son and tell him I won. And when he replied, what? I was going to show her, I was going to send him a video of his mom blowing me.
This guy used to bully him in high school.
Yeah. He
He was the high school bully. He was
What?
always
Yeah.
mean to
Oh
him.
my God.
And so this woman started hitting on him, and he realized who it was. And so he took her out and he fucked her and he videotaped a bunch of
Yeah.
it.
Oh my God. She was like, I'm gonna get my son to whoop your ass. He was like, good luck. I've been studying Krav Maga for the last such and such years. I'll fuck him up now. I'm like,
Yeah, that's right. He said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been studying Krav Maga for like 8 years or something. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I was like, good for you, dude, man. That's pretty cool. I like that. I was shocked he never said you shouldn't have raised such a shithead child.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what happened. Your son was a dickhead, and now I got back at him by fucking him up. Now,
Fucking
That-
County Monte Cristo shit.
I've,
so I'm gonna send him that video. She was like, and I'm gonna sue. I didn't know you was recording me. He goes, that's weird. You were looking right at my phone. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking hilarious.
I've mentioned it before.
I want to get a drink
where-
with that guy.
He's like, he'd be pretty fun to hang
Yeah.
out with. I've mentioned it on the podcast before where I said it would be fun to go back now and see, because I got picked on in like specifically in middle school, but high school a little bit too, and it's just weird to look back on it now
Yeah.
and say that like I got picked on. Like it just seems odd.
Yeah, every time you tell me, I'm like, what? No, you didn't.
Yeah, but so there's forever there will always be a small part of me that wants to go to like a high school reunion and just see. I don't know. There wasn't anybody in particular that was a full-on jackass to me, but I know people that were kind of asshole-ish and just punk the shit out of them because it would just
Yeah.
be fucking funny.
Yeah, dude, none of them like Facebook friends or. Well, you grew up in what? Dundalk.
Dundalk, yeah.
Yeah, Dundalk.
No, Severna Park.
So Dundalk. All right. So I can imagine since you grew up in Dundalk that everybody went to high school with now like crackheads and heroin addicts.
yeah, they
Yeah.
probably don't have Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have a phone
You're right.
or
Most of them are
laptops.
homeless.
Well,
Yeah.
they had phones
Most of them are
and they
dead.
had laptops, but the habit kicks in and you got to sell those.
Sell all that shit.
All that shit
yeah,
gotta go.
you know, a lot of them are dead. You know,
That's that Carolina shit.
What? Man, I could tell you some story about some crackheads in Carolina.
I love your crackhead
So,
stories.
I
from,
tell you a crackhead
Baltimore.
story. So my
One
aunt,
quick one, then we do Would You
All right.
Rather.
my aunt.
for the record, there was 11 minutes of sand left in there.
Okay, I mean it's not over yet.
Okay.
All right, so my aunt, she's always been like the family person. She don't give a fuck. Like if they're on drugs, nothing. My aunt no fun. They're just fucked up individuals. Everybody's welcome to our house. That down south thing, like
Okay.
always. Crackhead cousin. Didn't even know the motherfucker's my cousin. I'd seen him for years. Walking up and down the street, just crackhead. Everybody made fun of him. Even I did, like made fun of him. So one day I walk in the house, my crackhead cousin is sitting on my couch. And I'm like, yo, why is this crackhead on the couch? And the man was like, you know that's your cousin. I'm like, no, didn't know it was my fucking cousin. But he can't stay here. She was like, that's your cousin. I'm not kicking him out. I'm like, all right, whatever. My other cousin walked in one time, older. He was maybe like 7 years older than me. I just walked in the house. He went to walk in the bathroom. And I'm getting off the bus from school, walking in the house. He walks in the bathroom. I'm walking towards the bathroom. He walks in, open the door. Crackhead cousin is in there smoking crack in the bathroom. He hit this motherfucker so hard. He flew into the bathtub. Curtains everywhere. My aunt like curtain flew, and I'm laughing my ass off him. He's like, "Now get the fuck out of my aunt's house!" Like he like stumbles off. He look like Ezel, like from Friday and shit, like crackhead ass, like dazed and stumbles off. And I'm just laughing as he walked by me. And then my aunt comes out of her room. She's like, "What? What happened?" And cuss me and my other cousin out because I was laughing and he hit the crackhead for doing crack. Because she was like, like, it's a problem. I get he shouldn't have been doing it here, but this is how you
Fuck that. You punch a crackhead.
No.
That's how it goes.
Down south, man, I could defend, like, when it's family, they do not care, like, what their flaws is. They think they can talk to them and take them to church. And, like, God is going to heal them.
Pray the crack out of them.
Yes, that's what they think. But it was, like, one of the funniest things ever. And then whenever we would see him, he was like, "What's up, man?" Because my family called me man. And I'm like, "Don't fucking talk to me in public." Like,
who the fuck are you?
Yeah, who the fuck are you? That guy don't know me.
You ever tried crack?
Yesterday I did.
That's not true.
No,
But
absolutely not. No,
but you have tried crack.
I've never tried crack.
Yeah, you have. I just thought your hesitation when I asked you that.
No, because I was shocked that you asked me that.
Okay, that's fair.
No,
I'm like, what?
No, I saw what you were doing. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like,
playing that up.
Dude, what? No, never
Put
tried
that
crack.
doubt for just a second.
Yeah.
The listeners like,
I just
No,
thought
never
I'd
tried
ask.
crack. Only weed I have ever done. Only drug I've ever done was weed.
Really?
You've done the weed?
Done the weed multiple times. Ate it, smoked it.
Oh, I've never done an editable.
Edible.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Liar.
It's on a list of things to do.
That's the only drug I've ever done.
Let's do Would You Rather, and then we'll come back to this.
Would you rather run across a large vacant field containing 1,000 angry rattlesnakes,
Well, we know
I'm
Dixon's answer.
or
Or
3 landmines?
landmines. I'll blow the fuck up.
I'll take the landmines, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not even that worried about snakes, but
A quick death.
yeah,
Just
you hit a
math?
landmine.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, I lose a leg. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Guess what I won't do?
Maybe like the lower half of your body.
Yeah.
Maybe you just
all
blow
gone.
your dick off.
All
Who
gone.
needs
dick
that?
gone. I don't need none of it. Guess what I won't do? It could have been 10,000 garden snakes.
Rather than some
Yeah,
It could have been
rather than
10,000 garden snakes. Guess what I'm not doing? Run across the fucking snakes. You win. Like, I'd rather die.
We couldn't have picked that better.
Yeah, no, fuck snakes. I'd rather die.
I know.
How
I
did
saw
we
it.
get that quick? Oh.
I know. I saw it. I pulled it out of the box, and I always check just the first question just to make sure we haven't done it before. And I saw the snake question. I was like, oh, yep, perfect.
Yeah,
Wow, that
almost
worked
died
out.
last week. 2 weeks ago.
That worked out so well.
I think I'd go snakes. Definitely snakes.
No way. Nope.
It's
Landmines.
anti-venom.
Oh, it
You
is.
run really fast.
It's
It's
a
more
thousand.
rare
It's a
than you
thousand
think.
of them. It won't work.
Right, but it's a big field. I figure it's like a football field. Like you just run really fast. You know,
Not fast snakes are.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe you get bit 5, 6, 10 times. Like
100?
probably not good.
You know how
for
fast
but
landmines are?
that's what I mean. But I mean, you don't know where they are. One wrong move, you lose like fucking lower half of your body.
Yeah, but think about that. That's like 3%
But
chance.
I can see the snakes. Most of the time, you can't see
Yeah.
landmines.
See, that's what I mean.
The problem is I won't run across something I can see.
Yeah, but I will probably live through a field of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, because you can
And I
see
will
them.
probably live through a field of landmines. But if I don't, it's going to be really awful.
It's fine.
I think it would be more awful even if you live through the snakes.
How many snakes do you think you're going to get bit by?
1,000 of them?
Yeah, there's 1,000
Let's
in a football field,
Let's
right?
say
Yes.
Let's
I'm not
say,
going to get bit by 1,000 of them.
Let's say
Oh.
10%.
Okay.
Let's say 5%.
Bite me? 5%
Yes.
are going to bite me.
Why
That's
not?
a lot of
You think you're bit by 50 of them?
yes.
Nah,
If not
see,
more. You know how long 1,000 yards is? When the last time you ran 1,000 yards?
It's not 1,000
I
yards.
mean,
It's a football field.
Football
It's
field, 100 yards.
Yeah,
You know how long 100 yards is?
20 seconds.
You can run 100 yards in 20 seconds.
20, 25 seconds? Sure.
35,
Keep
40
going.
seconds.
Keep going.
I
Now,
don't know, I
add
haven't
the
tried to-
time it takes you to run 100 yards.
You know what? I don't know. I feel like world record pace 100 yards is 10 seconds.
Yeah, and you
I'm not saying
You're
I'm
not
not
running on
saying I'm
20.
like, okay, so I can do it between 12 and 13. No, that's not what I'm saying.
you
But
ain't
like,
gonna do 20 then.
yeah, like I said, 20, 25 seconds. 30 seconds? I don't know. How long do you think it takes the average person to
I
run 100
ran
yards?
on the football field.
Did you?
Yes.
How long did it take you?
I don't know. Never counted.
Well,
but
that's
when
what
I
I'm
got
saying.
tired getting close to the other end, it felt longer than it was.
Now I want to try it.
And then all the snakes are after
Because
you.
right there too.
Well, yeah, the snakes don't help.
So
You're right.
your last 10, maybe 20 yards, you probably get bit 100 times.
Because
now you slow down.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
All right.
saying you put Dixon on that field, he'd make it across that field in like 4 seconds.
Hell yeah. No, I wouldn't. Because I would take my first step and panic and have a heart attack.
Just fucking
and
die.
fucking die.
The snakes wouldn't even get to you.
They would get- I'm dead. Like,
Dead.
no. No.
Would you rather have steam blow out of your ears every time you get angry, or have a long tongue that rolls down to the floor every time you see someone who is very attractive?
I almost want to take the second one because
Yeah.
it's funny.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't know. It's 2017. Girls like that shit.
Wait, do you get to keep the tongue?
Yeah. You said every time you see a girl.
No, but I'm
see
saying,
a
like,
person
does
that's
it just
attractive.
like roll out? and
Yeah,
then
I think
like,
it
every
rolls
time.
out and then it goes back in
Yeah.
and it's gone. Yeah, you
I'll
can't
take
use
the
it.
tongue.
You
'Cause I
can't
mean,
use it for eating pussy. Okay,
You
relax.
roll that out, and then you're
Yeah,
like, like, hey.
Man, she can ride that shit. It's on the ground already.
That's
Just get
true.
on top.
Yeah, you dirty ass tongue.
Yeah. You can ride that shit.
Been on the bar floor and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, that's a whole different level.
Oh god.
I mean, it's that every time you see them.
It's
Every
definitely
time you see a
steam.
hot girl at the bar, your tongue licks the barroom floor. Nope.
Ugh.
That's steam shooting out your ears. Definitely.
Yeah, steam.
Yeah. All right.
Would you rather eat 16 ounces of coffee skin, which
What?
is the film on top of the cup that has been left out for 2 days, or 2 gallons of beer foam?
Beer foam. I hate coffee.
Yeah, it's definitely beer foam.
Beer foam's
Yeah.
just
It's mostly air.
beer
Yeah.
that
Beer.
hasn't settled. Like,
It's a
I
dumb
mean,
question.
Yeah.
That coffee
fuck you
skin
get this
is a fucking weird pull. They should have saved that for something else. Would you rather spend 1 year at the San Quentin maximum security prison for sex crimes, or 15 years at a white collar institution for tax evasion?
Wait,
What
what was
was
the time
this?
frame again?
1 year in San Quentin, or 15 years at a white collar institution for tax evasion?
I'm going to San Quentin. I'm black. I can hang in there. I got that shit.
Yeah, but sex crime? That depends.
I mean,
What is?
we're not saying what's. It's not asking, like, do you have something once you get out?
I think they're insinuating that you would not do well there.
Yeah,
I think
that's
they're
it.
insinuating maybe, child
I mean, you'd be
sex or
good. All
something
you
like
got to do
that.
is shave your hair. Yep, shave your hair.
Nah,
You're already
you got
muscular.
you got to trim down before you go. You're a target.
Yeah,
They'd come at you. I
Yeah.
would.
I would.
I would.
Yeah.
It's like, use the cutie. I'm coming for that booty.
Yeah.
No, I got it for 1 versus 15. 1 to 5, we start to have a debate.
Well,
But at
then
1 to
you have the
15,
question.
Yeah, that's
Well,
tough.
I had somebody ask me this. Would you suck a penis to get out of 5 years of jail or prison?
One time?
One time.
Yeah. Yeah, no question.
I think I would take the 5 years.
I know you would.
I would
I
take
know.
5 years.
I know. I know.
I would take the 5.
I'd probably take the 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Then suck a dick one time?
One time.
How fucking bad can it be? You don't have to be gay forever, guys. Like, it's just sucking a dick. Half the population of the world does it, like, once a week. Like, who gives a shit?
I don't know. The people that
I'm
find
not
out
going to
you
do it.
suck
I'm
a
not
dick.
into it, but it's just a dick.
If I find out you suck a dick, I'll probably look at you different.
Really? If I sucked a dick because I didn't want to go to jail for 5
Yeah.
years, that's fine. Judge away.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to take that 5 years.
No, I fucking... Again, how bad can it be? What is it, 10 minutes? You know, you
Depends
block
on
it,
how good
block
you
it
are.
out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. I'm probably pretty good at it. Like
I
you
know what a guy likes.
Yeah, I know what I like. I'm just going to do what I like.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Nope, none. None of it.
Oh.
5
He's
years.
going to jail for 5 years. Look at that
I'm
shit.
definitely going to jail.
It's just
5
a
years.
dick. I have one. I
Yes.
touch it all the time. How
I don't
bad
put
could
it in my
be?
mouth.
Yeah, but if you could, you probably would.
I probably would. Mine.
Yeah, but it's mine.
Yeah, mine. That's different.
Is
it's,
it?
it's different.
That's
Just
way
a
different.
dick.
It's so different.
For 5 years in
5
jail.
years.
Look, 1 year we start to talk. Okay, like
1 year.
you know, 1 year
No,
in jail.
5
I'm
is
like,
a lot.
Oh,
you
if
know,
you had the whole
'cause that-
1
'cause
to
that is-
I'll take
15
5.
year,
because that is in your brain forever, right? Like you always have that memory of that time you had to suck a dick to not go to jail.
that would be all I would think about. I'd be like,
You get over it.
No, you wouldn't. Because now you got to second guess yourself. Do I really like pussy? Shit, I sucked a dick that
No,
easy.
I wouldn't second
5
guess
years,
myself at all.
5
I'd be
years,
like,
yes, it was that easy for me to suck a dick. Just 5 years. The way time's flying, this year's almost over. It felt like it just started. Shit, 5 years is nothing.
2017, year I sucked a dick.
Yeah, yeah. Now you sucked a dick that quick over 5 years.
I'm
You
not
might
saying-
suck.
I'm
What,
not-
what else is gonna take you?
Why did all of a
$100
sudden-
Tristan suck a dick.
Why did all of
I'm
a
sorry,
sudden-
$100 Tristan suck a
Why
dick.
did all of a sudden a guy came into the room and is like, I have an offer. You can either spend, and I'm already sucking
Yeah,
his dick.
yeah.
Why
I
are you
do it.
saying, like,
I do it.
I didn't
I'm just
contemplate this at all? Like,
I'm just saying, $100 Tristan suck a dick. Why it's going?
I didn't even finish the question.
Do we have any?
Yeah.
Did we not finish the question?
No, we didn't finish the card. We,
really
got one
didn't?
more. It's the weird one. Would you rather live in a world where you needed a quarter to get into every bathroom, including the one in your home, or where every bathroom only had 1 square of tissue?
Quarter.
A quarter.
It's a
Honestly,
quarter.
that
It's
was-
a
Yeah,
fucking
get that
Get rid of
shit
don't,
out
don't
of
bring
here.
that back here.
garbage question.
What the fuck? What is this segment?
We always do this.
You-
We've done this for
You didn't do that last time.
30
did you?
episodes now?
You haven't been here for a while.
20,
No,
25
man, no.
episodes?
I've been
I think
loyal.
we started it
Tristan,
just...
Tristan leaving got me back here.
I think
Because
we,
I thought y'all be around a long time. I had plenty of opportunity.
yeah,
And then he
no,
decided to fucking ruin Last Call podcast.
roll out of town.
So now I have to find another fucking podcast in Maryland to hate. Like,
we got
Well,
some things. We got some things in the
when
works.
Toro splits off and starts the Mexican
Toro Productions podcast.
what?
Hmm?
Say
Nothing?
it one more time.
The Toro Productions podcast.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us, folks.
Yeah. No. He's nothing without us. Let's be honest.
You can get those models rolling through. Be
Yeah,
interesting.
that's what I'm trying to say. We should have a
His
podcast and shit.
Nobody's bringing those models to your predator's den over there. Okay, like,
True.
it's
True.
a terrible idea.
That is a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't.
Look, my tablecloth is
Look,
made out of
I just
Crown Royal
I just,
bags.
Yeah, I just have a few questions to ask him. Like, hey, you get naked for photo shoots that you pay a guy to shoot those photos.
It'd be
How much
fascinating.
would it cost for you to get naked for me? Like, that's all I want to know. Like, like you paying. You paying. What if I tell you
Next time on Last Call
like
Podcast.
I'm just saying, like what if I tell you
Thank you very much for joining us,
instead of
folks.
you can't end this. I can't get right here.
It's
bitch.
ending right now. This is it.
No.
The
Can't
music is playing
Can't
right
thank
now.
you very
no
much
music,
for
right?
joining
Where's the
us.
music at? This is can't get right.
We'll see you all
Can't
next
in the
time.
building. 1:30 can't get right in this building.
On the next Last Call. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you next time.